Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mix It Up podcast. I am Mike. Guess who's back? Nick is back
Hi.
from the first ever digital book tour. Nobody has
Yep.
ever had a digital book tour before, but apparently you did. You went to Cali.
Yep.
You left me alone here. But I actually, before we get into the Cali story, we were just talking before we got on air. I've been going out with a ventriloquist girl,
hmm
ventriloquist Asian girl.
hmm
She has a puppet, all that kind of shit.
hmm
And nice girl, fun time hanging out with her. Um, she's like a teacher, second grade, I believe, and she's pretty good at like the whole puppetry shit.
hmm
So we're hanging out, having a good time. So I decided to like I'm gonna get in the mix. So I
Okay.
took off my sock and I put my sock on my hand and I started doing the puppet thing.
Yeah.
Didn't go over too well. She did not like it. They take that shit. She takes that shit very fucking serious, man.
Yeah.
So the first couple times we hung out, she made me watch these ventriloquists and shit. This guy Jeff Dunham,
Oh yeah, of course.
comedy guy, and
hmm
this girl that won a AGT. I don't know. I think Darcy something.
hmm
And she was like, "Oh my god, they're so good. This is what I want to do." I'm like, "Wow, fantastic."
Yeah.
But then one night she got me watch the Barbie movie. Did you watch the Barbie movie yet,
No, no.
Nick? I gotta admit, I liked it. I fucking liked the Barbie movie.
All
First
right.
off, you know how they get you to like the Barbie movie?
Yeah, by
For like,
putting Margot Robbie on it in it as Barbie.
yeah, see, that ties into what I'm about to say. Of course, like if you want heterosexual, like men to watch it, besides the gay guys that want to watch, fucking Ken or whatever, the heterosexual guys like me and you, we want to see if Ken gets to bang Barbie in
Right.
the movie. So you waited the whole goddamn movie, like, yo, is this dude gonna? Because the whole fucking first 30 minutes is like Ken trying to bang her. It's fucking
Yeah.
fantastic. And then Ken becomes a dick, and then he's like, he goes out in the real world. I don't want to spoiler alert, but he comes back, for the real world. He's like kind of like a dick. He's like he's opened up like a mini fridge. And he's usually like phrase like, give me a brewski beer, and these bitches are serving him brewski beers. And
Brewski
he's like,
beers.
come to my he's what do he say about his fucking ass? Like, come to my Mojo Dojo Casa House, which is fucking phenomenal. Like the Mojo Dojo Casa House, he said he's just like, and he's wearing like that whole big fucking like fur coat thing that Sylvester Sly Stallone wore back in the day when he had like a mustache. If you look up Google Sly Stallone with a mustache and the fucking fur coat that he used to wear, he's
Yeah.
just fucking like him. Dude, it's fucking phenomenal, man. So I was just laughing. I mean, sure, during the movie they throw shots at like how like it's a man's world and all this fucking garbage, and
Okay.
Barbie's upset that it's a man world. But you gotta watch the movie to see how it like plays out or whatever. But I actually really enjoyed it. I find it like it kind of reminded me in a way, not like a big deal, but in a way like Beetlejuice, because it has all that kind of like fictional shit and going into like different like realms, worlds, whatever you want to call it. But
Yeah.
I tell you, you got to watch Barbie. I'm not gonna lie. It was funny. I laughed a lot of the fucking times. I
Okay.
thought that Ryan Gosling guy was fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's definitely worth it to see. Will Ferrell was in it. He was like the boss and shit, like a Mattel. Like
Hmm.
it's funny, man. It was a funny movie.
It's
So
pretty cool, man.
you'll
I
see
think you probably lost a lot of the listeners when you um when you said that both myself and you were heterosexuals.
why they thought we like at least one of us was gay. I mean, it definitely wouldn't be me. You're the one out there fucking going to Cali.
Listen, usually the gay one is the guy that says he's definitely not me, man.
Well, listen, I got a question then.
Yeah.
Be honest. Have you
Yeah.
ever rollerbladed in your life?
Yes.
You're gay because Ken rollerbladed in that fucking movie all the fucking time. So you're
But
gay
the follow-up to have you ever rollerbladed
with a
should
man.
be
Have you ever rollerbladed with a man?
yes.
You say you're gay. That's two strikes.
Rollerbladed with like my brother when I was a kid. That doesn't make me gay. But also
Naked?
you have to say, did you fall? And then if you fell, then you're not gay anymore. Because obviously, a man doesn't know how to rollerblade.
Okay. I listen. If you're falling down a lot, yeah, of course. If somebody forced you to do it, but if you're out there with not your brother, I'm saying like with a man, and you're holding hands and you're naked and
Yeah,
rollerblading, like you're gay. Like that's
I think you're
much
right.
it.
I think
Yeah,
if you're naked and holding another man's hand, doesn't have to do it anything to do. You don't even have to be rollerblading. I think
you don't
right
have
then and there, you
you
know.
don't have to be rollerblading to
No,
hold man. Really?
no,
Wow, I did not know that. That's really good to know.
yeah,
I've never held hands with a man before.
never in your life.
Never in my life. I know, like,
You never held your daddy's hand when you were younger, like
now I
in
was
at
like, yo,
Disney World?
yo, bitch, get off of me. I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? I held bitches' hands all the time. I mean, sorry, like women, we're in the Barbie age now.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't think I've ever held and all like some people like try to be like dicks. You know how they try to be like fake gay, where they try to grab your hand, like a G Steel. Like G Steel would grab your hand, like when you're walking a place. I'm like, get off
yeah,
me, freak.
right.
You know, you would do the same thing. That's why you and G like hold hands. I've
We do
seen
hold
that
hands.
before. Yeah,
Yeah,
down the city, like you've done that a couple times, which freaked me out. I think
it's gross. It's gross holding a guy's hand because they're men's hands are like so rough. You know, there's nothing like I don't even know why girls like to. I don't. Even, I have really have no idea why girls like guys and at all, especially holding their hands. Like,
it is
get
gross.
off my hand, you Neanderthal. Get off of me. You know?
I like it, you know what I mean? But like our hands, like when they hold this, because they're so like they use like lotion, they're so like dainty and shit. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
this is nice, this is comfortable. But
yeah.
then they're like grabbing like at your hair on your arm hair, like it's like, yo, get off me.
Get off my arm hair,
I'm not an animal,
freak.
you know. But I don't know, it's weird. I don't know how. That's why, like, listen, if you're gay out there, you listen to the podcast, that's cool. Like, listen, I'm happy for you. Do your thing,
Yeah.
you know. But I just don't understand like wanting to like I look at another man, I'm like, you're gross. Sometimes I look at me and I'm like, dude, I'm disgusting. You know what
Well,
I mean?
everybody looks at you. Everybody looks at you and says that, Mike. So you're not like, and nothing special going on. Everybody looks at you and says, that dude, look at that guy. He's disgusting.
You're right. I've been at like parked like at a red light wait, and people were like, yo, roll down your window. And they're like, yo, you're fucking disgusting. What? You're right. You're right. I've heard that before.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, it's like, yo, I mean, it is what it is, man. So
Yeah.
do your thing, but men's bodies are fucking disgusting.
Well, not all men's bodies are disgusting. I mean, look at Ronaldo for crying out loud, right?
That rip
Look,
motherfucker.
look at that dude, man. You could
I
fucking if you're a straight dude and you won't do a body shot off
I was
Ronaldo,
just thinking
then
that
then you're
tequila
gay.
shot
Then actually you're gay.
with the salt and lime, you're definitely gay. Like, Ronaldo? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. You know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
that's an exception. I'd rather
exactly.
do it off of Will Farrell's body.
Oh,
At least that's disgusting. You're like, oh, that dude's definitely not gay because that's gross.
yeah,
But that
because
guy
then
is fucking gross. So
you do a shot off Ronaldo, right? And then like you find yourself like finishing like the whole thing, like licking his stomach by accident. You're like, oh no, what did I just do? I didn't have to do all that. I just had to take the shot. I didn't have to lick it.
ah, start small talking. So you play soccer, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we got to stop this conversation
Are
before.
you any good?
Now,
Oh yeah.
do you kick your balls? We got to stop this. So, all right, how was California, Nick? We got to talk about that. I'm looking on. If you're watching the YouTube, you can see all the guitars you apparently seen at this convention. You were out up in Cali on your
Yeah.
book tour.
It was cool, man. So the flight out to California, there was nobody on the plane, right? So I got to lay down in my own aisle, which
Ooh,
was really cool.
that's nice.
But for some reason, I had gas on the plane, and I was nauseous too. I was nauseous. So like, when you could fart and it doesn't smell, it's not going to smell, right?
You
But
know
then
it.
like
Yeah.
slowly but surely, like they decide to start smelling. I was laying down and sleeping, and I woke up and I was like, I think I just farted, and it smelled, and the lady in front of me could smell it. I know she could, and I was like, oh well,
Okay.
big fucking deal. What are you gonna do, right?
Mhm.
But I was nauseous, and one of my coworkers was with me. This girl Allison, so she had a row. I had my own row, right? After the fucking plane landed, she goes like this. I threw up in this bag. What am I supposed to do with it? I
Oh
was like,
no.
yo, put it down. We were
Is
both
it your
felt bad.
farts?
No. She just threw up. And she
Okay.
got real sick. She got real sick out there. And this other kid that I was with got super sick out there. But they like manned up and they got better for the actual conference. They like convention. They were out there. Um, But the convention was cool. So my company, we sell speakers, and so around my part of the convention is kind of like for nerds in a way. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
super nerdy, but it's for people that don't
No
really
more.
care.
They know
They
more.
like what?
They know more about
Yeah.
guitars and all the speakers and shit that normal people don't.
Yeah, well, no, no, it's not even the guitar section wasn't part of this. So what I'm saying is like it's just like some microphones and speakers and shit. So it's kind of boring up there. Then you go downstairs to the real fucking convention of NAMM, and the guitars are just nonstop, unbelievable, most beautiful guitars. Like if you see this one over here, you see that blue and white one back there?
Yeah, that's
That
badass.
was like one of the most beautiful ones. And then drums and then saxophones. Oh, did somebody say saxophones? Saxophones.
Oh, look at that. If you're watching YouTube, it looks like Nick has wings.
Yeah.
The saxophones are coming out from your back. Fucking pretty badass. Those are some
Yeah.
big sax.
Yeah. And it was drums, just 50 kits of drums, and you could play anything. Like you could sit down and go like this. Oh, how much is that guitar? $20,000? Yeah, you want to try it? Sure. You just play everything. They let you play all this shit. And I
Amazing.
saw one guitar and I ended up buying it. I had to. And I got it shipped back here though, so hopefully it gets here in one piece.
No shit,
But
really.
it was fucking awesome, man. There's live music going on, famous people there and shit. Stevie Wonder's always there. I didn't see him, but like he just always like
He
the
didn't see
mayor of
you
Nam.
either.
Oh shit.
Oh, snap.
Hell yeah.
Bang. Crushed that joke.
Yep.
We did not set
So
that up beforehand. That's
I
cool.
know.
Yeah. Well, did
Yeah.
you see any like other celebrities that you've heard that have gone there at least that you heard about?
I didn't see anybody there that I knew like some Instagram famous people. This one dude I ran into, which I was like, that's got to be him. And then funny, I just stumbled upon Instagram of his account today. He does like he does all these like mashups of songs. He'll go if Alice in Chains wrote Fell on Black Days by Soundgarden.
Oh
And
wow.
he just like takes the Fell on Black Days riff and makes it Alice in Chainsy and sings like Lane Staley, like whatsoever, like you know what I mean? Like keeps
Wow.
the words, but dude, it's fucking amazing. And he does all these things like if Nirvana was played by Blink 182, you know, and it's like a punk version of Smells Like Teen Spirit. Guy's fucking amazing. Um,
It's badass.
yeah, but that was pretty much California in a nutshell. I didn't get to like enjoy California, but it was nice to wake up and you know and smell the coffee, smell the coffee, you know, or something like that.
Was the weather nice there?
Yeah, it was in the 70s. It drops down to like 40s at night, and then
It does.
got up to like 70. Yeah, it was really
That's,
it was cool.
that's cool. Cool.
Yeah,
California.
yeah, we should go out there one day.
Yeah, no doubt. And then take the rent a car and drive to Vegas.
Fuck yeah.
Hmm. Just like in that movie, uh, Little Rascals, right? I don't know. I forgot the name of the movie.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Maybe that's what it is. Crazy in Vegas.
I don't know.
Get lucky
Uh,
in Vegas. I don't know.
crazy, very bad things.
Crazy Rich Asians.
Do you remember Very Bad Things
I don't remember very bad things.
with Christian Slater and Jeremy Piven?
Yeah, now I do. Now I
Yeah,
do. Yep.
that movie was
Also,
sick.
that was sick. I also remember Judgment Night. Remember Judgment Night with Jeremy Piven?
Of course I did, dude.
Jeremy Piven was in that movie. That's crazy.
Dude, I and Emilio Estevez, fucking. I
Hmm.
used to upstate when we had the house when I was younger. We only had a certain amount of movies that were up there, and one of them was Judgment Night. And I used to just all the time. Everyone that went up there, I was like, "We're watching Judgment Night," and they'd be like, "Fuck, like again?" Like, yes, I watched it every single time we went up there.
Judgment Night.
Love that movie.
Judgment Night. It's like when fucking metal bands like met rappers for the first time and they
Right.
collaborated. It's just fucking fantastic. I mean, it was fucking like I remember it was like that one song with Onyx and Biohazard. I'm like, what the fuck? What kind of crazy world did we fucking slip in and fucking listen to that fucking music? That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Where's that? Now, yeah, you showed another picture on the YouTube channel.
That's California. That's outside the house over there that we had
Oh wow.
Airbnb'd. Yeah, the mountains
Oh
up there. It's
nice.
pretty cool.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Did you experience any like tremors?
No, just for my butthole after I ate all the Mexican food out there.
Yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah.
Nice, nice,
Yeah. So what's new with you, man?
man. Not just like on Saturday, like Saturday night, I was home.
Yeah.
You know, but I was showing you guys like numerology shit, like numbers, just like we always talk about it. It popped up on my dashboard and my Jeep a couple days ago, and maybe that was a sign. It was like 4488999. I was looking up the numerology numbers,
Yeah.
um, you know, and then like all of a sudden, like we talk about, I was looking it up, what it means. You're on a path,
Yeah.
etc. Things about to change. Maybe it meant like that my Jeep was just gonna die this morning, which it did, and I got to take it up to Powers. And shout out to Crazy Chris on Wednesday. He's gonna give me a ride up there to go get it. Because Crazy Chris is the man, and you live up in like Niagara Falls, so you can't do it. But yeah. So Saturday night, I'm just home, and I'm at home by myself, just watching OP Live. Right, it's one of my favorite shows. I always record it and I'm watching it live. And we were talking about the numerology shit, and like this lady that got pulled over started actually talking about it, which is just crazy. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna share the video, and you're gonna hear the audio.
Okay.
Um, you
And
should.
for all the viewers on that can't see this video, smoking hot chick. Super hot.
You can judge that for yourself. But yeah, so she gets pulled over by the cops. This pretty gorgeous looking woman, and in Georgia County, or just Atlanta, Georgia, whatever, and somewhere in Georgia, she gets pulled over, and then she starts talking about like the angels and then what numbers pop up. It's just like just listen to what she says. Tell me
too much attention. They're angel numbers. People don't know what angel numbers are. 8888 means love, happiness, whatever you want. Love, prosperity, happiness, whatever. And then 444, you can have all those things if you praise. 444 means pray.
Yeah, she just starts talking about like what the numbers means,
Hmm.
angels, prosperity, it's just pretty wild that came on during this time, because we always talk about it. We always see like it's like we're seeing signs or whatever. So pretty wild.
Yeah, that is wild. I had a number story too the other day when I was in California. My room was like attached to the house. It was attached, but I had my own entrance, which was cool. And in order to open it, it was a sliding door, but it had a fucking like a lock with a combo on it.
Mhm.
So the combo was 0228, just in case anybody wants to break into it.
Nice.
Um,
Oh,
and when I like, I closed the lock or whatever, and then when I come back at night, I was trying to open it, and the first number is zero, obviously 0228. But when I was just flicking all the numbers back to get the first one to zero, and I looked down, and the whole fucking thing was lined up. Every number 0000 went down. So obviously zeros are all down. Everything's in line. So I was like, wait a second, did I just hit the jackpot with all the new numbers being like numerology
all
crushed it?
right.
Like, yes, you were exactly where you're supposed to be, sir.
Yeah, that's the common theme. Exactly where you want to be.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
That's
I
cool.
guess does that mean I'm supposed to move to California?
I don't know. Does that mean I'm supposed to buy a new Jeep? Like, I don't fucking know. I do want to like I always say like, oh, I should buy the fucking Jeep. But yo, a Jeep nowadays, the shit that I want, like fully loaded,
Yeah.
dude, it's like 77,000, right? That's
Oh my
before
God.
before taxes.
Right.
So I'm like, do I really want to fucking do this to myself? Then I'm thinking, I'm like, no, man, not right now.
Right.
But then then I think like, when is the right time? You know what I mean? So I'm going like back and forth on it, but gonna get it fixed. Hopefully I get it fixed tomorrow and see what's up.
All right.
You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah. That's what they say. It is what it is.
Yeah. Day. So what else you want to fucking talk about? You want to talk about
Um, let's see. We got Well, let's see. Oh yeah, brain chip and human. We'll get back to that. Broken ruler. Yeah, I guess I could talk about broken ruler. Broken ruler pod. So
Ruler.
so I'm gonna start getting into sales at my job too, right?
Oh, nice.
And I
Welcome to
learned,
the club.
yeah. So I I while I was out in Nam, I was learning a lot of stuff, pushing things on people, you know what I mean, trying to learn the products and stuff. But so I'm in shipping in my company right now. The last box that I measured before I went to away to Nam, before I left to go, the fucking ruler broke, right? The measuring tape. It's a
Yeah,
measuring tape.
measuring
The
table.
fucking the tip of it broke and the fucking thing rolled up inside of itself. And
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's it for shipping then. I guess that's it. Sales time.
like a like a frightened turtle. This shit
Yep.
just fucking roll right in.
But then when I got back to work yesterday and I had to measure a box, I realized that measuring tape was still broken and I had to fucking fish it out and now it just like stays. So it's good. It doesn't like roll back up anymore. It doesn't
Yeah,
zip
yeah.
back in, but it's still broken.
I mean, you could just go to Amazon and buy another one or Home
Yeah,
Depot and
I
get
know.
one.
Yeah. I was hoping somebody would do that for me
When you got back, it would
when
just
I was
naturally
away.
pop there.
I was away in California. I was hoping somebody would have done that for me.
Wow. So, well, yeah, listen, welcome to the sales club, man.
Thanks, man.
You know what I mean? Hopefully, make a lot of fucking sales.
That's my goal. My goal as a salesman
To
is to just
sell?
make a lot of sales.
I
Just to
mean,
sell things.
listen, sometimes those goals are unattainable. Like, we got to be honest. So,
Yeah.
as a salesman, let me give you advice. Just sell whatever you can. Now, listen, if
Yeah.
it happens for you. What
Right.
can you say? Don't go
Yeah.
crazy. Don't try to
Yeah.
sell everything.
Don't try to sell everything.
That's my thing, especially like when a job offers incentives. If
Yeah.
it's a lot of incentive based,
Yeah.
why are you going to sell something that maybe in a month or two, maybe there's an incentive for it? So why
Okay.
sell everything? And then all of a sudden, you're not going to be eligible to get like incentives because you already sold that product in before. So you got
Right.
to remember that, keep that in mind. You want to
So
sell
I'm just gonna
basic
like
stuff, do nothing, do
I'm gonna
nothing for the first couple of months.
try to
Wait till
do
the incentive
nothing.
pops up. Yeah.
All right. Well, there is an incentive at my job. If you sell, we have this biggest rig available. It's like $200,000. It's fucking gigantic. It's a monster fucking system. If you sell one of those, you get a trip to Italy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oof. That's a pretty nice incentive.
That's a good incentive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much
Sell
the only
that.
incentive we got.
Fucking sell that first day.
Day one.
Day one, go out, fucking sell that. Be like, yo, I got the trip to Italy. Bang. And then you sell nothing for like,
Three
until
years. For
yeah,
3 years.
until you have to go to China
Right.
to see where all these products are made. You know what I mean? You have to get sent them back there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't know if yeah, I mean my goal was this past when I was out in California to sell one of those, but I mean shoot high and
Hey,
who
listen.
knows.
Yeah,
But
you should have knocked on like some celebrity's house or something. But yo, I'm here to sell this.
right. Imagine just like I mean some people got that kind of money though. They got $200,000 laying around like
Yeah.
because you always say to yourself like who the fuck's got nobody's gonna buy this, but people number one have reason to buy it, some people, and they
Maybe,
got the money. So
maybe Rob Thomas. I know where Rob Thomas lives from Matchbox 37 or whatever the fuck it is. He lives up in Bedford Hills. I know the house.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we can go there and just knock on it.
Damn, we should do that then.
Pretend like we're DoorDash. We're like, yo, listen, this motherfucker got something to sell you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I'll give him a discount. I'll give him a fucking 3% discount.
that's fucking awesome. Yeah,
That's
Rob,
good. On
Rob Thomas,
yeah,
buy that shit, man.
that'd be cool. And then we take him out to dinner.
And we kidnap him.
Ask him what it was like playing music with Carlos Santana.
We'll tie him up and like sing for me.
Sing for me, Robert.
I think Timmy that we played softball with, he actually he does like some kind of like DoorDash or whatever on the side.
Okay,
And he actually delivered to his house. And
that's fucking awesome.
yeah, we drove by and he showed me like where he lived and shit because we're in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. So yeah,
Huh.
Rob Thomas.
What do you do in a situation like that? Do you ask him if he needs anything and you wink at him? Like, I mean, anything, Rob Thomas.
Yeah, but like, listen,
I'll suck your
you're,
dick, Rob Thomas.
well, listen, don't go that far. Like, but like,
No?
I'm not gay, but I watched the Barbie movie, and I'm willing to take tequila shots off your body if you buy this fucking product. So yeah, no, you just go on, be like, hey, ring the bell, like, yo, Rob, I know you're a singer. I like your music.
Yeah.
We got this, system that I thought like would be perfect for you.
Yeah.
It only costs 200,000, and basically that's nothing for you. It's like
Right.
$20 for me, but for you, you got the money in the bank. You can afford this,
It's true.
buy it right now, Rob Thomas.
Rob Zombie.
So
You called him Rob Zombie when you say, hey, Rob Zombie.
yeah, that's not my name.
Yeah.
Shut up, Rob Zombie. We don't know who you are.
You like this blue one back here?
That's a pretty nice one. The light blue.
I bought that bad boy. That's the one I bought.
That's the one you bought.
Yeah. It's fucking gnarly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does
Can't
it
wait to
play
get it.
nice? You playing with it?
Yeah, it plays nice. Yeah.
Yeah. You fucking plucking the strings. I think that's what you do with guitars.
That's what you do. That's what you do. You pluck them.
I just bang my head on it. That's how I know when a guitar is good.
That's actually the right way to do it.
It'd be funny if you just bought guitars, right? And you just fucking wailed it on the fucking ground, smashed it. And like that's what I do with guitars. That's how
Yeah.
I play with them. You just
So-
fucking break them all. If
Just
you don't
bought
mind me asking, like, was it expensive?
How much do you think it was?
Probably like it has to be at least 4 digits.
Tell me what you think it was, how much it was.
I'm gonna do the prices right shit. $1,001.
You've gone over. It was it's
700.
300 bucks.
That's it for
Only
that.
300. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, well,
I
you
know.
got a discount at the convention, I assume.
Yeah, but even on sale, like it's only like 600 bucks in real life.
Wow,
Yeah, 300 in fake life, 600 in real life.
that's fucking pretty nice.
Yeah, and it's made in like China or some shit, and
Of course it is.
so shipping would be like 300 bucks here. So it's technically it would have cost me like 900 bucks to get the thing. You know what I mean?
Get
So
that.
yeah.
And then you brought it back like on the plane.
Well, I put it on a pallet, which is still in California because I had to ship stuff back to me.
Okay.
So like I've been in contact with the shipping company like all day, like, did the fucking pallet leave yet? You sons of bitches, it was supposed to leave yesterday. And like I've been going fucking crazy on them, right? But yeah, hopefully it gets here nice. Good shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Let's fucking pray for that. I'm surprised you didn't just bring it on the fucking plane with you and put it on the seat next to you.
I was afterwards, I was like, I should have either put it on the plane or shipped it like FedEx back to myself because I'm not getting it for another week for sure because it's already it's going to be like 5 business days and it hasn't
Yeah.
got. I don't even know if they picked it up yet today. It could be picked up tomorrow. I don't fucking know.
Did you insure it?
No, but
Okay.
you better be sure that if this thing comes in pieces, they'll feel my wrath.
Right. You'll suffer. Like we're on the next plane back to Cali.
Right. But I'm just banking on it coming back nice and smooth.
Nice and smooth as bug. All right. Well, that's good. Hopefully you
Yeah.
get that shit in one piece. But listen, let's take a quick commercial break
All right.
on the Mix It Up podcast. Do want to crush it. We'll be right back.
Let's take a real break.
All right, let's take a real break and we'll be right back.
Oh, are you drinking?
All right, we're back on the Mix It Up podcast. I'm Mike. That's Nick.
Hello.
Nick,
Yes.
I do want to talk about the vaccine again. I
Okay.
feel like I have to get it off my chest.
Well, I think Anthony Marshmallow will be very happy about
Totally.
us talking about it again.
He will love this episode. He loves hearing about the vaccines. So I was just scrolling through, doing my homework about this whole fucking thing. It started because I was on Instagram and I remember like before the whole COVID, before like it was right around 2020 that year.
Okay.
And the president went on, Kamala Harris went on, Fauci went on. They all said, like, we can't force a vaccine. We'll never do that. It's unconstitutional, blah, blah, blah. And they did it anyway. So they're fucking lying pieces of shit, right?
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Let me go back in time when I was a kid and see how many vaccines I got, during my, going to school because you have to get vaccines to go to school, et cetera, all that shit. And this is just, I pulled this up back in 1983. Um, there was, guess how many vaccines there were that you needed to take back in 1983?
5.
All right. So, like, you're close, 7 injections, right? So that's
Mm-hmm.
24 total doses. I guess they can mix up, do double dose in one shot or whatever. I guess that's how it's classified.
Okay.
So 7 injections from the time you're 2 months to about, you know, to be honest, like 15 years old, but mostly from 2 months to about 4 years. That's when you get most of your shots.
Okay.
Now, fast forward to 2020. How many injections and total doses do you think is going on in 2020?
If we had 7 and 24, there's got to be 15 and 50.
Okay, so total doses you say 50 and injections you say 15.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying? Nah,
Yeah.
you're fucking way off. The injections is 50.
So
50
wait.
shots
50 different things that you're getting fucking shot up with.
injected with into your arms from the time you're 2 months, and this goes until about like 18 years. But from like 4 years until 18, it's only like one, two, three, four, like 15 of them, right? But just the fact that the injection is 50 and total doses is 69. You're talking about 50 shots. Like you went up from 7 to 50
Wow.
in less than 20 years. And
Well, that's 30 years. That's 30 years, Mike. 83 to 2000. Actually, that's 40. That's 40 years.
is it 40? Okay. Wow, my math is fucking way off. So yeah, so it's pretty crazy though. Even like during that time, 40 years
Yeah.
to go up that many, like what are they pushing on us? What are they trying to, a lot
I don't
of it,
know.
all the shots say influenza, a lot of them is that. Some are HPV,
Yeah.
some are, whatever, PCV, rotavirus, some of the typical ones that, we've grown up accustomed to. We've, they had studies on them, long-term studies on them.
Yo,
So,
don't give your kid the coronavirus fucking vaccine. Don't give your little kid that vaccine. Do you give your kid the flu vaccine? No.
oh,
Don't give him that one. Don't give them that one. Just don't fucking do it.
that's why a lot of people like you to see like a lot of like I think Jenny, the Playboy model, the ex Jenny McCarthy. I think
Yeah.
they were kind of ridiculing her because she kept saying like, I don't want to give my kid the vaccines because of like autism was on the rise, and
Mhm.
people think there's a link between that. And if you look at it, autism was on the rise the past like 20, 30, 40 years, apparently. And they're kind of like linking it to all the vaccines you're getting when you're like a little kid. So
Dude,
there's some truth to that. You know what I mean? But
I think that it's a lot of everything, though, honestly. You know what I mean? It's the fucking food that we eat. It's the amount of sugar that kids fucking. Listen, we've been eating
yeah,
sugar since we were kids. We were eating bowls of fucking sugar for breakfast. Here, just eat this bowl of sugar. There's
Nick.
no nutritional value in fucking. I don't give a fuck. You could eat
Oh,
Honey Nut Cheerios. It's just bread with dipped in honey. You're just eating bread for fucking crying out loud, like for Cheerios. What's so good about eating bread? They shit on bread you now. Like you're gonna just serve your kid some bread and then like we weren't even eating who was eating Cheerios? The losers were eating Cheerios or fucking or cornflakes without any sugar on them. Losers. We were eating the fucking most highly sugar packed cereals on planet Earth.
Count Chocula.
And then when we got older, we graduated and we were able to eat Pop Tarts because we were like, adult children.
Yeah, right. We could use the toaster. We were allowed to like, there wasn't a risk of setting the house on fire. Yeah,
Hmm.
dude, we used to like go through all that function. I remember like speaking of like sugar, remember like, dude, I used to get Fun Dip, this package, right,
Yeah,
called Fun Dip at the Good Humor ice cream. It was like a stick. It was a
yeah.
white stick. I don't know what the fuck it was made of. It was
It
probably
was
made.
made of sugar. It was more sugar.
I think it was actually aluminum and sugar. Like it was, I think it like was like aluminum little baseball bat, and you put it in the fucking Fun Dip, and you just taking out all the sugar and you're sucking it down like a fucking crackhead. And it's
Right.
like, I could not get enough of it. I was like, yo, give me more Fun Dip. It was like a quarter and shit. It was like, yo, like it was like a fucking drug dealer. This good humor, man. It was fucking nuts. Yeah,
Dude,
crazy, crazy.
what about the fucking the pop rocks, bro? They made a thing that
Pop.
popped in your mouth. And
Yeah.
I don't know if this is true or not, but if you eat the pop rocks and you drink soda, basically you just fucking
Explode.
you fucking
You fucking shoot out like a volcano. Remember those science projects you did in like in fucking second grade, third grade? You pour the baking soda down, you just fucking all the fucking shit.
Yeah.
It's like you foam right out of your fucking body. I don't know what goes on in your stomach for that shit to shoot up. It was crazy. Like you don't want to do that shit to yourself.
The best is candy cigarettes. You give your kid candy fucking cigarettes when they're 10.
Right.
You're just prepping them. You're
You're
getting them ready to
prepping.
smoke cigs.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you're gonna get ready. You're gonna be
Yep.
addicted forever.
Yep.
It's fucking crazy what they did to us as a kid. Like you
Yeah.
have no idea
Crazy.
what they're doing to like the kids now, man. It's fucking crazy.
Dude,
It's crazy.
when I was younger, you know, remember like did you have like trimesters for like your all your tests? They were like you had three different like, right?
Yeah. Yep.
My brother one time, I don't know, he was probably like 13 and I was 10. He was like, "You want to go outside and smoke some oregano?" It was like in the middle of trimesters. We were studying and we were like, "I can't take this studying anymore." He's like, "Let's go roll up some oregano and smoke it." This kid fucking
Oregano.
rolled up oregano inside of a tissue and we're like, we didn't even really smoke it. We're just like,
I hope not. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
I listen. Yeah, we got to talk to you. Your sons have a oregano problem. They're just they're stealing just to get their hands on oregano. Fucking nuts. Can you imagine being hooked on oregano?
Who knows? It's a plant. Why can't you smoke oregano?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know. Let's try it one night. Fuck it.
Damn. Speaking of speaking of mushrooms, when are we gonna do when are we gonna do those mushrooms?
We got to do it. We got to do it sometime. We got to
Yeah,
figure
we
out
do.
the day, the when and where. You
I
know,
might have a good day. I might have a good day to do it. It might be this Friday, actually. Oh, wait. Are you going out on a date with your ventriloquist?
I
Oh,
might.
shit.
Yeah, I might Friday.
Mm,
But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
okay.
But
We have to do it slowly, though, Mike. We can't.
we
You have
can't
to
just
do.
jump right in.
No, you have to like. You should start just micro dosing now. You should take a half of one. Just how many you got?
I got two packages, one for me, one for you.
How much were they?
I don't remember.
I like that price. That's a good price.
Yeah, you just PayPal the guy. That's it.
Start taking like a half one night,
Right.
right, and then see what happens.
Yeah,
Nothing
it's
should
fine.
happen. Didn't the
No,
guy
it's
say like one is a microdose?
it's one gummy is a microdose. Yeah, and he gives me the shit like what you were to expect.
Right.
And yeah, I've seen. You know, I expected it.
How many do you have to? How many do you have to take till you see gnomes running around on the ceiling?
I think he said like 13. See gnomes running around your front yard dancing and holding hands.
And holding hands in a harmony until they look at you, until they turn at
Right.
you with fucking demon faces and they take out their knives.
Until they figure out you're watching them.
Yeah.
Shit, they become aware. The gnomes become aware.
Yeah. Oh shit.
That should be fun.
Yeah. That should be fun.
So stay tuned for that one. But
Yep.
speaking of gnomes,
Yeah.
there's a Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey relationship going on. Have you heard about this? You know about this?
I've heard about this.
In the NFL football realm.
Yep.
It's all the fucking talk.
Yep.
A lot of people are pissed about it. Jules, that's been a guest on the podcast, he's pissed about it because the NFL, they keep showing him, and he thinks they want the Chiefs just to go to the Super Bowl because of that. You know, so he says, oh, they get all the calls, and you know, Jules is crazy.
Yeah.
But listen, it just happened that the Chiefs have gone to the Super Bowl again. They're a good team, they made it. But this whole Swift and Kelsey relationship, now some people think it could be fake. And
Really?
I'm actually starting to think it might be fake. I'll give my reason in a minute and my thought on that. But what's your thought on this relationship?
My thought is I feel bad for any woman that gets plowed out by a guy like Travis Kelce and or any other football player because, dude,
It's
they
a
got to be hurting after that. Like those guys are animals. Could you imagine a linebacker going full throttle on you? Could you
no,
imagine that?
no,
Ever?
no, man. I don't want to even like think
Picture
about it.
yourself as a woman, Mike, like a 5'4" woman, and you're just like you got your legs spread open, you're holding them open, and you're like, go for it for 350, 65-pound linebacker.
Yeah, go for
Do what you got to do to me,
it.
right?
Go deep. Run an out route.
But yeah, that's
Go ahead. Go ahead first.
that's a different story, I guess. But I don't give a fuck
Me
about
neither.
Travis Kelce and fucking Taylor fucking Swift's relationship.
Okay, that's where we agree. Me neither. I don't give a fuck either. But I'm starting to think like maybe it's manufactured this relationship.
Okay.
And this is my reason. Now, this is what I actually tweeted, out on the Twitterverse. So I was like, well, this Swift and Kelsey relationship, right? It's a nice distraction from all the money being sent to Ukraine, all the
Okay.
vaccine injuries,
Oh yeah.
the Epstein client list that still hasn't come out,
Yeah.
the cost of living prices that just keep fucking shooting up, and all the innocent women and children getting murdered in Gaza.
Mm.
I mean, that's a golden tweet right there. Think about that. Think
Mhm.
about everybody's so focused on this fucking dumb relationship.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the NFL made about 340 million just because of Taylor Swift,
Mhm.
being shown up for games. They made an extra 340 million. Travis Kelce, he's in the Pfizer commercials, right? Getting the fucking jab in the
Mhm.
arm. He makes ridiculous money for doing that commercial, way more than his football fucking contract. Did you know?
Oh God.
And there's a story out that he might actually decide to retire from football this year, which is pretty crazy. And
Yeah.
because his brother on the Eagles just retired too. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. So I don't know. I really don't know what to believe anymore. I don't, I'm sick of getting like fooled through the media, through
Yeah.
everything, lies. We're getting lied to. So that's my thought process on that shit.
I just don't pay attention to anything anymore, Mike. It is a good. I understand that's true. I mean, why else would they shove that down your fucking throat? Like at the end of the day, it's literally the least important thing on the face of the earth that they're going out with each other. It's so unimportant
It is.
that Taylor Swift goes to these games. Like, who gives a fuck?
But they keep putting it on the fucking NFL. Like they keep showing her all the fucking time. I see why people are annoyed. Like, yo, she's a fan. She's that dude's girlfriend. Can you just relax?
Right.
Remember they did that shit with Steph Curry's mom because
No.
Steph Curry's mom in the final, she was hot, and they kept showing Steph Curry's mom. Like, I was like, oh shit. But they
Yeah.
kept showing her all the fucking time. I'm like, all right, guys, like enough's enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah, it is fucking weird.
As I look up Steph Curry's mom.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, she's hot. Yeah.
yeah, but I remember like when we were watching the finals, you know,
Yeah.
and yeah, they kept showing her, and that's what they do. They keep pushing that shit down your throat. You keep saying it, and then you just forget about all the other crap going on. You forget about World War III possibly happening.
Would you pretend to be gay with Steph Curry in order and then
Again, it was
like
mom.
you're having sex with Steph Curry and then you're just like, Steph, I can't do this anymore. I'm in love with your mom.
I
Would you
mean,
do it?
I love where you're going with this, but I would definitely take this shortcut in that situation.
Mhm.
I'm like, hey, Steph Curry, I just met you. I've never had sex with you. I love your mom. Can we make this happen? Like,
Right.
I'm single. I mean, I heard she's divorced.
Yeah.
That's how I would go. That's my route.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You don't have
But
much of an
I
imagination.
I take the shortcut in situations. So
You don't have an imagination, Mike.
yeah, I mean, well, my imagination doesn't go to having sex with a man.
Oh, well, he's
Not
not
that
really
there's
a man.
anything wrong with that.
Yeah, he's not a man.
Yeah, he's just a professional athlete that is like 6 foot fucking 5.
He's more of a god. He's a god, that guy.
He's a god, linebackers,
Right.
imagine a linebacker fucking humping your ass. No, no.
I didn't mean you per se, Mike. I was meaning if you were like a chick.
Yeah, I could put myself in a, no, I really can't. I can't
Yeah,
do
you
it.
can.
Yeah.
You dress up as a woman for crying out loud. You could definitely put yourself in that position.
No, but I have watched porn and like I've seen dicks on porn, but I just imagine that's my dick.
Right.
That's
So you look up small penis porn.
micro penis is called, and they're like little buttons. And they're like, look at this guy. No, that I just looked that up to make me feel better. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm fucking crushing that fucking dude.
Yeah.
Look at that Japanese guy. I'm fucking way more bigger than that fucking clown.
Japanese porn's always blurred out with they always blur the dicks out, so you wouldn't even know how big their dicks were anyway.
Yeah, it's like this little fucking thing. You know what I mean? They don't need to block it out a lot. You can tell. Yeah, why did they put those? It's like 1 pixel. It's
Right.
like half a pixel.
Yeah.
Look at your little pixel.
There's weirdos out there that like pixel porn too, because there's a fucking weirdo out there for every porn.
Oh, dude, yeah, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure they could be watching like a regular channel, like when they do a dramatization and they see like a blurred face, they probably get hard right
Probably.
there. It could be they could be watching like fucking Rambo and they blur out a bloody scene. It's like, oh shit, look at that pixel.
Oh shit.
That pixel's going deep.
Pixel.
There's a lot of freaks out there. Yeah, I'm telling you. There's some crazy fucking porn out there. If you fucking go down the U porn like rabbit hole, it's like you don't know where you're pressing, where it leads you sometimes.
Dude, we were gonna be a part of a porn that would have ended up with us dying. Remember in Atlantic City?
Yeah, it would have been gay porn for sure. There was no women up there.
No. They would have been women, but we would. I don't even. There might not have been. It might not even have been a porno. They might have just sat us down in chairs and just fucking had us up.
I think they were trying to take us not even to a room. I think it was a janitor's closet. It was like there's no numbers on the door.
We would have been dead. That's all I know.
Hands down. The dude's like, "Hey, it's fucking 7 o'clock in the morning. Come upstairs. You want to get laid?" I'm like, Nick, say no. I mean, I would have had a lot more questions for the guy. I'm like, all right, well, is it you? Like,
yeah, that's right.
Like, who is it? Like, is Vanna White upstairs? Like, what's going on? Like, who's up there? Like, where's this girl? Did you fucking kidnap somebody? Like, am I gonna be part of like a rape? Like, this guy looked like a fucking maniac.
We should have citizens arrested that motherfucker, brought him in the back room, like, we are cops, we are police officers, and then just got all the truth out of him.
For real. We should have done that. We should have been like, hey, like, what do you mean? Wait a minute. Yeah, we're up for that. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then we flip it on him. Then
we tie him up.
Oh no. It's like,
we tie him up.
Yeah. What would our cop names be?
We would have to suck our dicks.
Check out those pixels.
What would our cop names be?
Yeah. Ace and Gary.
Ace and Gary.
The ambiguously gay duo.
Ace and Gary. No, probably mine would be Mike and yours would be Nick.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
Fuck. We'd have to put on like mustaches or grow mustaches.
Yeah.
Just mustaches only. No beard, no nothing. Just straight mustache.
100%.
You think that look ever comes back?
Nope.
Just mustache only?
I sure hope not.
Me neither, because it looks like, besides it does look like you're either a mailman or you're a pedophile.
Yeah.
If you just have a big stash.
Or a fireman nowadays, because they all have mustaches.
Yeah, you got to have a big fucking mustache to be a fireman. Yeah, you're right. I don't want that look to come back either.
No. You know what would be a cool look?
Scary 80s look.
The pork chop look. When like guys used to have just like straight pork chop fucking.
Yeah. That fucking shit. That should look fucking like you're a biker or some shit.
That was so sloppy, like 1970s, like, oh my God. Just imagine just watching a video like that's like all I'm thinking of is pork chop fucking beard, sloppy, and then just like dudes going down on Harry Bush fucking porn right now with their sloppy pork chop beards.
That's our cop look. I think we nailed it. We have to have like those fucking pork chops.
Yeah.
Like,
I know a lot of people don't like what we say sometimes on the Mix It Up podcast, but we get into it.
hey, listen, I had people that be like, I can't listen to this fuck. I can't listen to Mike's podcast anymore. You're the problem, not me. You know what I mean? You're the
Yeah,
bitch.
you're the bitch. One thing we never did on this podcast was censor ourselves,
I really like, yeah, I felt like that was important for the objectivity, the
Right.
honesty.
The honesty.
The that's part of the Mix It Up podcast. I thought that was part of our brand. You know,
Yeah.
I think maybe we had to bleep out a guess when they said a name or something.
Yeah.
We didn't want to like that to get out or something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think we honored that.
Yeah. And if we don't want to talk about something, we just politely decline, you know?
Yeah, like I'll pass,
Yes.
or I'll say maybe next time.
Oh shit.
Try to be nice about it.
Yeah.
Not right now.
Right.
Not right now, hon.
Oh,
Shoot,
shit.
shoot away.
Shoot away.
So yeah, there was another topic that you texted me earlier tonight. Brain chip in human. Would you
Brain
care
chip
to
in you.
elaborate?
Yeah. So Jerry News, which is where I get all my news from Instagram. The only time I ever see any news articles is from Jerry News.
Mhm.
And I love watching the comments of people, man, because it's just stupidity after stupidity.
Mhm.
And you scroll down for like two times, it's always Trump fucking always. It has nothing to do,
Yeah,
Biden,
nothing. Yeah.
nothing to do with anything. And then people just ripping each other new assholes. You could say the most rational, intelligent fucking thing, and somebody will just be like, yo, mama fat, you ugly, and shit like that. And it's like, oh my God, man. Like,
Right.
dude, I saw this woman commented something the other day, and it was great. And somebody kept coming at her and coming at her, and she handled it like a fucking professional, man. Back to him with just more facts and more facts and more facts. She never got loud ever. And it was handled so fucking perfectly. And it was just I had so much respect for this lady. But yeah, so Elon Musk's Neuralink or whatever his business is installed the first chip in somebody's brain. And, you know, most of me from the beginning was like, oh my God, this is not good. But used correctly, which, it's created to be used correctly, I would hope. It's
Mhm.
going to give people the ability to move their limbs that have been paralyzed. It's life changing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's great. It's fucking great.
That's the
Yes,
goal.
that's the goal. But yes, you could get chipped up. They could track you. They could fucking kill you when they want. They could shut you down, all that shit.
Right.
But like, for what it's worth, the fact that they have something like that is a fucking unbelievable, man. Unbelievably fucking amazing. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be able to, like they say, it's gonna be able to like give you the right medicine to target the right problems in
Yeah.
your body, because everything will be linked up and be communicated. You'll
Uh-huh.
be able to like live longer.
Mhm.
I think it would, with that, I know you could go down the conspiracy hole. We'll probably will eventually,
Yeah.
but with that, you could slow down probably the aging process.
Mhm.
With this technology. So there's a lot to gain with it. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, it's gonna change regardless. You know what I mean? You can't stop it. You could try and go live out in the woods in a hut with, a bunch of people that want to get away from the new
Yeah.
world that's coming. I mean, you do you, but this is the real world. Like Barbie went to the real world. She seen what it was like. You know what I mean? So it's just gonna be what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
You just gotta adapt to it. You gotta adapt to change. Everything in life is change. You just gotta roll with the punches, man. And you just hopefully, that kind of shit don't fall in the wrong hands where all of a sudden like they hit a button, like, oh, you're just like boop, and you just
Right.
you get knocked over like a Barbie doll.
Now you're dead. Now
And
you're
you're
dead now.
fucking dead. You know what I mean? But you just hope
Yeah.
that they use this new technology for the best.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, people might be afraid like, oh, somebody can hack the system or send a signal to your brain and kill you. They could already do that if they wanted to. You have your fucking phone on your phone next to you
Constantly.
24 hours a day. So like if they wanted to send a signal and like kill you, they probably could. So
Yeah, of course.
Do I want a chip in my brain? I don't want a chip in my brain. But I'm
Let's
telling
be
you right
clear.
now, what
Let's be perfectly clear about that. I do not want a chip in my brain. Of course not.
if they could figure out a way, I'm in pain most of the time. If they could figure out a way to get rid of that pain,
Yeah.
chip me the fuck up.
Right. I agree. I agree. Shoot me up. Do anything. Clear my congestion that
Yeah.
I've had for the past fucking like 10 months.
Yeah.
Clear that out of me, and then I'll be fucking happy. You
Yeah.
know? So
I'm
I get
telling
it.
you, like, dude, I always would say I've been on like steroids a lot. Well, not a lot. I've been on them in my lifetime, and that shit takes away every ailment known to mankind. You take steroids, you're like, "Rah!" And I'm not talking about anabolic. I'm talking about the fucking ones that are supposed to like, anti-inflammatory, super duper fucking heal you shit. Like you feel like a fucking superhuman being. You feel like you're fucking 16 again. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
If they could figure out, I've said it on here before, if they could figure out that you could take prednisone steroids or whatever the fuck it is without any sort of side effect, it would be the most unbelievable fucking thing on the planet. So something like this, uh, if they could do that, fuck, man, they could do anything with it. I mean, it's changing your. It's just fucking crazy, man. How do they fucking
Oh,
figure that shit out, man?
I know. Get a funnel and you can funnel that shit down my throat.
Dude,
Take that
we
shit
are
in a second.
we are this is a new fucking this is a wave of the future shit here, man. Like internet, that was the last big fucking thing, cell phones and shit like that. Wi-Fi. This is the type of shit where it begins the matrix of like we've made it to the point where now you're
Yes.
plugging into the system and you're living as a fucking video game. And you
Right.
know what? I'm completely fucking fine with that.
I agree 100%. Put me in my own little bubble, my own
Yeah.
little fucking Barbie world, and I'll be fucking chilling, man. Yo, put me in
Yeah.
the system. I want in on the system. I'm down. I
And you
want
know
to.
what?
I want to reap the benefits of it.
And you know what? That's a way to fucking to stop all this global warming and shit. It's gonna stop waste and stuff like that. You're gonna be plugged into that
Yeah.
shit. You're gonna be hooked up to a motherfucking IV. You're not gonna fucking eat. You're not gonna fucking uh I mean, what's gonna happen? You're gonna fucking you're shit and you're pissed, whatever the fuck. Obviously, you're gonna still have to do that, but you're not gonna have to take up resources anymore. You're just gonna fucking be plugged in and you're just gonna be fucking just gonna be living.
Right.
Dead. You're gonna be dead, but you're gonna be living.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd be fucking. Your body would be dead,
Yeah.
but you'd be fucking living, man.
Mhm.
Dude, I mean, the Matrix wasn't too far off, man. We got to have Tom Oldhouse come back on the show and
Yeah.
probably talk about this one day. We'll just let him talk and we'll just sit back and just listen to the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
That'll be a good podcast when we need a break, when we have
Yeah.
nothing to talk about. We invite Tom Oldhouse to come back on and just let
Yeah.
him rip because he can rip with the fucking best of them.
Yep. So
But we're definitely
pretty cool.
getting to that point for sure.
I'm looking forward to it.
I am looking forward to.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I guess that's going to be a wrap. But I did want to talk about one thing before we go, just like a quick little thing,
all right.
just something I was reading up on, and we were talking about like the kids nowadays, the Generation Z or whatever you want to call them.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Before you finish there,
Mm-hmm.
Generation Z. Z is the last letter in the alphabet, Mike.
Yes,
Is that it?
maybe there's no more generations after that.
Is the game overtime?
Maybe they're telling us that's the last letter in the alphabet. Maybe you're right. Wow, didn't think about that one. That's something I didn't see coming on the Mix Up podcast, people. Came out of nowhere. Bang.
We should. This should be our new saying. Get your bowls out. Get your spoons out, bitches. Because we're about to mix it up right now.
Maybe that's the logo. Spoons, bowls, and
Yeah.
shit for our new logo. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, like the Generation Z. I was just reading this stupid article popped up. You know what they suffer from now, Nick? This pussy ass generation.
Probably a lot of fucking hemorrhoids, I'd imagine.
Besides that, menu anxiety. So when they're dining out, many of them are too scared to order meals on their own.
Yeah.
They can't
Sick.
order meals, bro.
I like it. I like that.
I mean, what the fuck?
I like that.
What the fuck?
Listen, I gotta be honest with you. As somebody who gets
No.
menu anxiety myself, I can relate to these fucking kids. Dude, if I see a menu that's overwhelming, I just go like this. I'll just order whatever you're ordering or whatever you're ordering. Just fucking take it from here.
Listen, I don't have anxiety like that, but if I go to like a restaurant, I go to like a restaurant where I'm eating like name an exotic restaurant that you know I would never go to.
Uh, uh, La Contero in down in Manhattan.
What is that?
I don't know. I made it up. Just pretend it's French.
French. Sizzler. Yeah, yeah.
Sizzlers.
Fucking Sizzler. I don't know what ever to order there. No, it's buffet, Mike. You just go right up and grab whatever you want. I don't know. I don't know about that. No, there's some fucking shit. Like, I'm sure there's like, maybe like what was that Seinfeld episode? Abu, like the Indian food. Like, I'm not a big fan of like all the curry and shit. It's too like
Yeah.
spicy for me. But there's a lot of different foods with different names that I don't know what the fuck they are. I
Right.
would be like that. I wouldn't have anxiety about it. I'm like, yo, just order whatever the fuck you're getting.
Right.
You know? I went to like a Japanese restaurant one time, and the people I was with, I think it was with an ex-girlfriend of mine. I was like, listen, I don't like this shit. I might have tried it once or twice. I'm like, just order whatever the fuck you order, and I'll try it. It was like, whatever the fuck it was, Nick.
Hibachi?
Like hibachi shit, not hibachi, like
Sushi?
yeah, sushi. That's what it is. So I'm like, listen, you know what I ended up eating? I ended up
Edamame.
eating fucking green beans. I was
Edamame.
squeezing out the green beans. And just
Edamame.
that's what it is. I was just
Mhm.
popping those things out. I'm like, I know what this fucking shit is. And then I'm like, yeah, it's not on my palate. I'm sorry. Like, I just can't.
No.
I'll try it, but I knew I wasn't going to like it because I've had it before. But I was
Yeah.
like, let me try it again since you guys are going. But I'm like, fuck that.
You don't like Japanese food or you don't like sushi?
I don't like, well, see, that's the thing. Like, I don't like sushi for
Yeah.
real. But hibachi, I remember having it when I was like little, like a kid. I haven't had it since, but I
Yeah.
know I ate like certain like steak or whatever, like meat.
Yeah.
It was fine. Like it was all right, but it wasn't really like my thing. You know what I mean? I was just like,
Steak.
not
It's
a
delicious.
fan.
It's fucking steak and rice.
Right. I know.
It's glorified Chinese food, basically.
They make it right in front of you. Listen, I get it. I'm about the whole scene. I could go there, hang out, watch them make it,
Right.
shit around, do little special things, take a body shot off the fuck guy, whatever fucking takes. I'm like, not interested, man. Like, but I'll go. I'll go and hang out.
I
But
like that
that's
shit.
the thing. And there's one
Wait.
other thing. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, go. Well, all right. So we were talking about hibachi, but
Mhm.
what was the precursor to this again? What was the fucking last topic that you brought up?
How the Generation Z are scared to order fucking food.
Right. So what do you mean they're fucking afraid to order food?
So when they go there, they have like this anxiety where they won't even go. They'll just like decide to look at the menu at the house and they'll order it to go.
Mhm.
And then they'll probably spend hours just fucking staring at the fucking menu. Like, it's just crazy. I mean, this is where we're at in the world. Too. People they throw anxiety, that word, around for every fucking thing, everything you can imagine. Did you know there's an anxiety called trypophobia? You know what trypophobia is?
No.
It's when a person is scared of bubbles. That's a fucking true thing. Bubbles. Like if you go like a bubble bath or some shit, they can't be around bubbles for some fucking reason. They get fucking like really bad anxiety. They get
That's
nervous.
crazy.
Like, yeah, like yo,
That's insane. Dude, I mean,
trypophobia.
we've all done this. We've all done it before. You've blown bubbles. You blew bubbles when you were a kid, right?
They're scared of that shit. If you do that around them, they'll run in the middle of traffic just to get away from you.
But you blew bubbles, obviously, right?
I blew bubbles all the time. That little monkey? Of course I did. Who hasn't blown bubbles? Michael Jackson did. Yeah, I fucking blew bubbles all the fucking time. You can take that little fucking audio clip out and just use whatever you want. But yeah, but yo, you doing that shit, you're blowing bubbles, and people just like freaking the fuck out. Like it's wild, man. And people
Yeah.
listen, anxiety is a real thing. Don't get me wrong. And I have it too, my social anxiety, but some of them are just funny. I'm sorry. Like they're just funny. Like
Yeah.
if I'm scared of bubbles, that's hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah. Do you have like, so you have social anxiety? Like, so what happens to
Yeah.
you when you like anytime you go out in public?
Not anytime. Like if I'm fucking drinking,
Yeah.
and I'm out in public, you could throw me to the wolves.
Of
I won't
course.
give a shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's my anxiety like cure. That I
Yeah.
think that's why I like weddings so much. Like I could just throw down liquor and I'm just
Okay.
fucking that's when I'm dancing. I'm just fucking,
Yeah.
talking to everybody. That's my like cure for that. But
Yeah.
I don't like when I have to go like certain places and it's silent. If it's silent and everybody's just sitting there, like, just even like watching your play. Like there's a couple times I just like I got up to use the bathroom, but I just had to get up and just
Uh-huh.
get out of that, like situation. I can't. I'm like, it's like a little bit like maybe like claustrophobic in a weird way. Like I
Yeah.
remember like going to like the bars. Remember when the bars were like real packed back in the day? You go out on like
Oh yeah.
Roy Dolan's on Thanksgiving Eve, and there's like
Yeah.
4 or 5 crowd deep trying to get into the bar,
Yeah.
and you can't even fucking move.
Yeah.
That shit, dude. When I was younger, I had the anxiety back then,
Yeah.
but I forced myself to do it because I wanted to hang out. But yo, I didn't like it. I
Yeah.
didn't fucking like it, and I try to like, and I never talked about it.
Yeah.
Because like back then, it's like I'm not fucking talking about what's going on in my fucking crazy head right now.
Right.
I just didn't like that feeling. I felt
Yeah.
like I wanted to just start to punch people.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why a lot of people get into bar fights because it's too fucking crowded in there. Like, get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah.
But you
It is
start
crowded.
like, sometimes like, if it's like too silent, like you start like, yeah, you start like feeling like you start having like the physical effects to it,
Mhm.
which is just like, it's like, damn, like what the fuck? You're like, what the fuck? But if I'm like drinking and I'm fucking like having a good time, hammered, like you throw me anywhere, anywhere. It's crazy, real crazy.
Hmm.
But
Well, that's the point of drinking, Mike.
I think that is the point of drinking. It's like, it's the best.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna quit actually drinking after Super Bowl. So I'll definitely be hibernating, until fucking softball season. I'm not gonna be able to drink. So I won't go out anymore in
Why are
public.
you doing that?
I usually do it before I stop drinking after the Super Bowl until
Yeah.
like softball probably. I mean, listen, if there's a dinner like we go to, I'll have like wine. That'll be something. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be drinking beer. So no more football game on. So I'm not like, what I mean? That's what I'm really like drinking.
Yeah.
Even when I'm going out, like if when I was out with Winnie, I'm like, I'm just having like soda or whatever. We weren't even drinking. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm gonna continue to go like down that route, what I usually do.
That's good.
Maybe shed a little weight, get a little ripped, a little jacked,
All right.
maybe
Yeah.
cure my anxiety a little bit. We'll see.
Do you have any pet peeves? Like back in the day, like in your grammar school yearbook, like pet peeves. What was yours?
Oh, pet peeves. I don't think I've had like I don't know. I gotta look at my yearbook. I don't think we had like pet peeves. Why? Do you have like a pet peeve?
Well, my pet peeve in grammar school was getting my sneakers wet, which kind of still sucks. You know, when they're wet and your feet are like waterlogged.
Because they had the sneakers have like the little holes in it, so the water get inside the
Yeah.
hole and it's fucking wet your socks.
Yeah.
It's a worst fucking feeling. That's definitely a good pet peeve.
But my pet peeve that has always stuck with me, which I'm trying to get rid of, like I like legitimately I hate grease on my face or on my hands.
Like
If I'm
pizza,
eating
pizza grease, right? Yeah.
and it's super greasy and it's going down my hand, I'm like, all right, don't freak out, right? I like inside I'm freaking out, but now I'm trying my best to be like, it's just grease,
Yeah.
man.
Right.
It's just grease.
It's not gonna fucking kill you. It's not gonna come to life. Yo, you're
Oh,
the
it freaks
person that
me.
takes the napkins and you're like patting down the pizza.
I only do that not because of my grease fucking freak out. I do that once in a while if it's like super greasy. I'm like, this is just insane, man. You know what I mean? Like, what did you do? Pour fucking motor oil on this thing before you fucking sent it to me? But if there's a little bit too much grease, I'm okay with eating into it. But you better believe that shit hits my fucking face. I'm fucking freaking out. Like I've eaten slices of pizza where I use like half the fucking napkin fucking thing. I'm just like, nah, get off of me, get off of me. I fucking freak out. I don't know what it is.
All right, so I looked up if there's a phobia for what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like someone was like, what the fuck is it called for a phobia having greasy fingers? This fucking guy. I guess it would be called. I don't know. There's a few of them actually that I'm trying to look up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of phobias. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll save. We're gonna tease the audience, right?
Okay.
Because we're gonna shut this podcast off. But we're gonna talk about next week the list of rare and weird phobias that you've likely never heard of.
Okay.
Okay, so stay tuned for that for next week, and we'll go down that rabbit hole, and we'll see if some of you motherfuckers have one of those.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody does.
Yeah.
Definitely be interesting.
And you know what? I think it's time we get a fucking. Back in the day, we asked for guests. We actually got guests that we didn't even know to come on the podcast, right? Like some
Yeah.
random dude, right? Remember that guy?
Yeah, we did have a couple of them.
Let's try that again, man. If you're listening to this podcast, if you're a psychopath and listen to this podcast, comment or get in touch with us, right? What's the email address that we can that they can reach out to us?
The email is you can hit up, go to Big Blue Offensive at AOL.com or bigblueoffensive at gmail.com. That's the name of our other podcast. Well, the podcast I do with the Giants, but that email's up and running, so you could contact us anytime, or just go to Twitter at the Mix It Up Pod. DM us if you have a Twitter account, or you could go to Instagram and hit us up on Instagram. DM us on there. I think it was
Comment on YouTube. Comment on YouTube.
Comment on YouTube, but you go to Instagram at the Mix It Up Pod _ at the BBOMYG Pod. You can hit us up there, but listen, there's plenty of ways to get in touch with us. So hit us up, if you want to come on.
But also, and most importantly, if you made it this far through this podcast, if you sat here for over an hour,
God bless you.
You need to really think about your life choices, and contemplate whether or not you're spending your time efficiently. And you should probably get a hobby.
No, I say keep listening, and I'll tell you another one. I love this hobby. Go back in time, and if you like every week's pod, go back and listen to it again. Go back to the first couple of episodes and listen. I've done it, Nick. There's a couple of Fridays. I get a long hour drive to work for the meeting on Fridays. I'll go back and play a random fucking podcast.
Yeah.
And it's fucking funny. I laugh. And then I also went on The Only Show That Matters that you and G did. And I found it's weird. It's only like 2 or 3 episodes available on that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them got deleted for some fucking crazy reason. And because that podcast wasn't like us where we don't bleep anything out.
Right.
There's a lot of bleeping and a lot of shit like got taken down on that fucking podcast. Even the episode I was on, I was like looking for my episode, and that got taken down. I was very upset about that. But I was listening to it, and it was very funny.
It was.
I was listening to one episode, like you and G was talking about like relationships or whatever. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. That's the one that's on it's like called The Fire Sale. It's on SoundCloud or some shit.
I don't know. I forgot. I don't know the name of the episode, but G referred to as you're being like a sale item.
Yeah, a one day sale. One day sale.
Yeah, one day sale. Yeah, like being returned and shit. It was just funny. It was making me laugh. So it was a good episode. But go back, and if you like our show, just fucking go back in time and pick a random episode like back in the day. It was funny. It's funny to hear. I went back, I did exactly a year from say last week. I went back exactly a year. So last December or whatever, I was listening to those episodes. And it was funny, man. Really funny.
It is funny. I've listened to them in the past with people, and I've realized they always say, "Man, Mike's funny," and they're like, "You're not funny," and I'm like, "That's good to know. I like knowing that."
I'll gladly take that compliment anytime. I always love hearing that I'm funny.
because
You're funny too. Everybody says you're funny too. I don't know where you're getting this information. I'm probably just some random people that hate you.
probably. All I know is that when I listen back
Mhm.
and I listen to I listen to the shit you say, I'm like, how did I not laugh at that live? I was like, because you crack me up a lot when I'm listening to it, but I think it's because you have to constantly be thinking of like you
Where you
can't
going?
really sit there and like, oh yeah, Mike, and then because then after the story's done, you're not gonna know what the fuck you're supposed to say after that. So like, you always have to
Yeah.
be listening and thinking of what you're gonna say next. So sometimes you miss
Sometimes you miss stuff. Yeah.
gold. You're
Right.
gold.
Yeah, you do miss a lot of gold. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm like, why ain't this motherfucker laugh at that shit? The fuck? Now I gotta fucking add some fucking random dude laughing. I gotta put him in the fucking background.
You should capture both of our laughters and just insert it
Play
sometimes.
it. Yeah, insert that shit. Like right now, I'll cut this shit out. Like, oh, that shit's funny. Like, yeah.
Oh shit.
But I get it, yeah. Cause you kind of like you're trying to wrap up, you're trying to go, like you don't want those awkward pauses.
Yeah.
I get that. It's hard to like, but I think you've gotten better. You laughed more.
Yeah.
I've noticed like on the music podcast. I'm like, oh, you're starting to get my sense of humor now. Like
Right.
about fucking time. I only known this kid since 2007.
I try to laugh as much as I randomly now. Just laugh at something.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, that was hilarious. Ha,
That's
ha.
great. Has it been
Yes.
2007? Is that when we started becoming friends?
I think it's funny because I was on. All right, we're gonna continue. I remember that fucking photo bucket shit. Remember photobucket.com?
Yeah.
And you upload your photos. It was free for like many years. And I had a bunch of photos on. I kept getting an email saying Photo Bucket was going to delete my account because you got to pay now. So I'm like, what? So I went on Photo Bucket and they're like, yeah, you want to quit? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to cancel my membership. Like, you sure? And it kept every page like, hey, listen, are you positive? I'm like,
Right.
motherfucker. They made me answer like 6 different times on 6 different web pages.
Yeah.
And then finally were like, hey, we'll give you 7 days free. And I'm like, all right. And I finally I caved in. I clicked on it. Then I started watching like I've seen like pictures I was sending you guys
Yeah.
back in the day, like going to like Mohegan Sun. This is like probably right before I started like hanging out with you guys.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was showing like pictures of like Poker Guys, LLC, Eugene, Crazy Chris.
Yeah.
There was the Nate Robinson basketball camp that I was involved in. I seen them. So I'm seeing pictures like old basketball players I haven't seen like in probably like fucking like no joke, like since 2008. So it's been a while since I seen like those guys. And it's just funny. Then I'm I'm watching like videos of me, pictures of me back in the day. Then Marshmallow's bachelor party when we went to like Puerto Rico. I seen a bunch of pictures from there, a
Mhm.
bunch of pictures when like me and Malaris again, everybody went to Vegas.
Mhm.
So and it's just funny to see all those like pictures pop up and all those fucking memories and shit. And so obviously like I deleted that account anyway
Yeah.
after the couple days it runs out, but I took screenshots of all the pictures, so I have them. So I'll just keep passing them on. But it's nice to see some of us back then. We seen Eugene. Remember you texted me like, "Is that Eugene?" Eugene weighed like fucking 200 pounds back then. I mean, he says he only weighed like 158 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, bullshit. I'm like, if you really did weigh 158, man, you went away. You came back looking like fucking Gumby, man, like a little stick figure. You was sliding on the floor and shit. But it was funny, man, to see him with his fucking fat chubby face.
Yeah.
And Crazy still had the crazy look in his eye. And I still had that Irish big head. So it's just funny to go back and look at those pictures from back in the day. But yeah, right. That was like 2007, 8, 9, right around there. And then I think I met you like right around 2009 playing softball or whatever for a little while. Then we started hanging out, but probably like consistently a couple years after that, I think.
That's funny. I don't know why this reminds me of this one. So because you remind how old timers used to be able to remember the day. Like you ever like talk to like oh yeah, it was 1942. It was a Friday. I think it was June 12th, and they could tell you like
How do
everything.
you remember that?
Right? This dude. So this is just a stupid fucking story. But on the flight home, right beforehand, I had to return from California. I had to return the minivan, right? So this lady's like, "Oh yeah, you just go through this white fence, and there's you'll see shuttle buses over there, right? And they'll bring you to the airport, right?" So I'm like, "All right,
Go
cool."
through a fence, like literally,
Yeah.
like
No, like through a fucking gate, through a gate or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
So we go there. I'm with my coworker Allison again, and we're like, okay, there's a shuttle bus right there. We're getting on it, right? So we
Mhm.
go over to the shuttle bus, and the guy goes, "Oh, you're getting on? Usually everybody walks past me." And I'm like, "Oh, cool, right?" So we get on the fucking bus. This guy's driving, it seems like for a fucking eternity, but
Mhm.
he just starts talking and he wouldn't shut the fuck up. And neither of us were in the mood at that fucking point to listen to this fucking guy, right? But he's going on, and he's like, "Oh, where are you from?" Like New York. He's like, "Oh, I gotta send you my portfolio before you get off." Then I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So he's like this. I went to New York once. It was 1996, and oh, it was November, and it was the third week in November, and it was a warm week. It was a warm one. Now, how the fuck do you remember that, right?
Right, right.
So then he goes on Instagram and he's driving the bus, the shuttle bus, and showing us pictures at the same time of his fucking portfolio on Instagram, which he had a great portfolio, by the way. He's a great photographer,
96.
right? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? But it just blew my mind. So now he pulls up to in this other parking lot, Mike, and I'm like this, where the fuck are we right now, right? He's like, you're here. I get off. I'm like, where's the fucking airport? He's like, yeah, the airport. He's like, yeah, we got so many options. You can go to the airport. You can go like, dude,
What?
where's the fucking airport? He's like, oh, you're serious? I'm like, yeah, we're fucking serious. He dropped us off at another uh car rental spot. And I'm like, why would we go to a car rental spot to go to another fucking car rental spot? So then he's like, oh shit, sorry. So he brings us back again. And he's fucking like, it was just mind boggling how we got on this fucking thing. Wouldn't you say to somebody, you guys want to, you have to go to it was like Foxtrot car rental. Wouldn't
Yeah.
you say, you guys sure you're on the right shuttle bus? This goes to Foxtrot car rental.
Yeah. I mean, but first off, wouldn't you ask like, "Oh, this is going to the airport, right?" And none of you guys did that.
Mike, the girl goes, if you're at a car rental fucking spot, right?
Yeah.
That is based off of the airport, which is like right down the fucking road. And she tells you, yeah, just go through that gate and you'll see a shuttle bus. Why the fuck do you think that shuttle bus would go anywhere else other than the fucking airport?
I mean, I would still want confirmation because any buses I've tried to get on, like I've left Giant Stadium hammered, and a bus took me there, and I've tried getting on buses, and they're like, "Who are you?" you know, and then you ask, and then they, you know, but yeah, I ain't getting on no random. It's like jumping in a random van and shit.
This is the shuttle bus where the guy came and took my luggage and put it up on their little fucking hoist area, whatever the fuck it is, platform.
He took
No,
everything.
he should have fucking known better because you know that shit had to have happened before, you know?
It sounded like he just wanted to talk to somebody. And he's like, these guys, I'm going to talk to them for a fucking hour.
Something else happened stupid like that where it's like, how did you not mention that to us? You know, when things like that, you like as the person that should have mentioned it to you,
Mhm.
you should mention it to them. Something I can't remember what the fuck happened to me recently too. It's like
I got
you
one.
didn't think to mention that. You didn't fucking think to mention that to us. You
I
know?
got one.
Go on.
It's also a pet peeve. If I want to combine it, it's anytime I go to a fast food joint, a Burger King, McDonald's, whatever it is now, and they don't put ketchup in my bag when I order fries.
Yeah.
I have to ask for it. It drives me fucking nuts because sometimes I forget, but sometimes I remember, hey, I need ketchup. And they
Yeah.
still won't throw it in there. And then I leave and there's no fucking ketchup in there. I'm about to keep a bottle of ketchup in my fucking truck. This is how bad it's fucking gotten. How do you not fucking do that?
I don't know.
That's my fucking pet peeve.
That's a good pet peeve. I mean, you need your ketchup.
Fucking damn right. How are you gonna eat plain fries? Who am I?
Have you ever had like, you know, a Burger King where they have like their desserts and shit, like have those delicious Hershey cakes?
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
They forget to put a spoon in there and you're like,
You gotta eat it with your hands.
you just open it up and eat like a piece of pizza though.
Yeah, it just I mean, sometimes it's better that way. I gotta
Yeah,
be
that's
honest. You get the chocolate on your fingers. Remember the chocolate
right.
Man, I love chocolate on my fingers. Remember the fucking KFC cake, the round cakes?
Oh my God.
Yo, when they put that out for the first time, I think G bought one for $100. He was so fucked up one day. But like we used to get the KFC, and the best part is having that cake after it. Like you
Mm-hmm.
throw down the chicken, all your hands are greasy, just the way
Mm-hmm.
I like it. And and then you get that fucking cake at the end,
Oh.
and you split in half with a buddy, but you're hoping that buddy was like, you know what, I'll just have a quarter, and you could have 3/4 of it, and you're like, fuck yeah, you know?
That cake was the best,
Oh,
man.
it's the fucking best. Actually, because I'm gonna stop drinking like after the Super Bowl. I'm gonna for the next couple weeks leading up into the Super Bowl. I'm gonna have McDonald's again. I'm gonna have Burger King. I'm gonna have
Yeah.
KFC. I'm gonna like treat myself to all the junk I want, and then I'm gonna like be serious about it. So this is my treat couple weeks.
All right.
Treat week.
Treat
Just fucking start that shit. Fucking TM trademark.
Instead of like you going on a retreat, you're just going on treat week.
Oh, where you going? Treat week? I ain't going nowhere. Gonna have fucking bunch of treats.
Yo,
Treat
imagine we eat clean for the whole year, and then treat week comes up, and you go fucking ape shit.
Balls to the wall.
You know you'd get sick as a fucking dog, though. Impossible that you wouldn't get like you would just come. Your body would create a flu that didn't even exist beforehand.
Like, what's that smell coming out of that asshole? It's
Oh
fucking
my god!
destroying the world. It's a virus. It's a fucking virus. Oh, dude, we should really do that. Eat clean for a whole year, but 1 week is treat week, and we just fucking nuts. Like what that motherfucker have? Carvel, McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, coffee all fucking day.
Hell yeah!
Jaeger bombs,
Jaeger bombs.
Fridays.
Yo, this pot's going on for about an hour and 45 minutes.
So this is crazy. Yeah, I'm missing the whole fucking Nick game. All right, we're gonna wrap this up, but don't forget we tease you about the rare and weird phobias next week.
Yep.
Like, subscribe, do all that shit. Don't be a dick, and keep that ass tight.
What is my fucking thing that I've been saying this year?
I don't know. You haven't been on the podcast in a while. You go to other states.
I missed the podcast last week. I got to be honest with you. I really wanted to do it. Like I was like, fuck, man, I missed this podcast. But you know what? But we could have just keep going, and we keep going right now. We keep bringing up a topic. So always remember, brush your teeth twice a day. It's very important. Floss
At least.
And remember, always do it. Win it. And you best believe to motherfucking crush it. Crush it.
Crush it. All right, we out.
Peace.
Don't know if I've ever been really loved by a hand that's touched me, and I feel like something's gonna give, and I'm a little bit angry. Well, this ain't over, no, not here. Not while I still need you around. You don't know me, will not change it. Truth is gonna hurt you, and I don't know why you couldn't just stay with me.